something.
That's correct. We do indeed have to move something. And also, I'm sorry, were you able to hear my piano as well as, or was it cutting in a little bit, cutting out?
No, I was able to hear it.
It was cool. Okay, because I didn't have enable original sound on, but
I didn't have it on either. I had it off, but
and I
I
was
just
able to hear yours
noticed.
too. Interesting. I was
Yeah,
able to
so
hear. Okay, so fair enough. All right, so you do have to move something. To your point, what is that something that you have to move is the question that we need to know. You have to move something in order to get to an aversion.
an
What do we
inversion.
need to move? What do we got to do? What do we think?
Um,
I'll give you a hint. We have to move the C.
that's what I was thinking because the
Mhm.
C got to go
Sure,
up
sure you
to
are.
a C.
Sure.
Because I was playing, I said, okay, it's got to still sound the same.
That's
So
right. Same notes. It's gonna have the same
yeah,
notes.
so I'm thinking C to a C sharp.
Ah, so C sharp gives us a different note. So we know that these two
Oh,
notes still need to be here. So how about moving this C up an octave, right? That's the first inversion because we move the C from here to
so we moved the C from here to
Mhm.
this
And
to this C.
that's right. And doing that thusly changes your fingering, doesn't it? It forces you no longer can you be like this or like this. You now have to lift and kind of jump. So now in this case, for me, 1, 2, 5 is what will make the most sense. I'm holding it this way so you can kind of see the other finger.
So
Good.
these.
Oh, one hand though. Yeah, one hand.
I was
Yeah.
cheating.
I was like, no, 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 no.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Right. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, so that's good. So that's all. I just wanted to. I want to kind of just incorporate some different. Not even this is not so much of a technique as it is a different tool or a chord, a different chord essentially. Um, but just new information, especially if it's going to kind of segue into what we're working on today. So I'm going to go to. I don't want to share screen because if I do that, then I won't be able to see um, when anyone joins. So let me do this instead. Let me go to whiteboard because I remember these first few chords. Also, let me get my stylus. All right, so you can see the whiteboard now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And does that show up on here too? How does this work? Let me see. Hmm. It just takes a few seconds. There we go. All right, so we got G sharp, we got A sharp, we got B diminish 7. Okay, those are the three chords that we are going to work on to start today's class. How exciting, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, that works. That fake enthusiasm works for me, I
G
guess. That's cool.
A
So G sharp. So say these three chords for me.
G sharp A sharp B diminished 7.
Good. G sharp and A sharp what?
I don't know.
Oh, because G sharp and A sharp could be G sharp major, G sharp minor, G sharp 7, G sharp whatever. What
Right.
does it mean if it just says G sharp like that?
What does it need? It needs a
Oh no, what does it mean if it just says G sharp? There's something else that you have to say to qualify this chord. You can't just call it a G sharp.
so it needs something else. Does it need another symbol by it or something?
So it sometimes, I mean, not often, it sometimes can be written that way.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say if you saw a capital M there? What would you say?
Minor.
So that would be your G sharp lowercase.
That's a minor. Lowercase is a minor. So
That's
major is a uppercase.
that's right. So major is uppercase, but also nothing is also a major. So G
Oh,
sharp, just the G sharp symbol. is a major
Major.
chord, right? Major chord. And Robert says there's no better way to spend Sunday, music, growth, and sonic language. Couldn't agree with you more, my friend. This is Sunday night. We've been rocking for I don't know how long now, but we've been how long, Princess? Several
Some
months.
some months now.
Several months. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Staying consistent, getting the knowledge, and yeah, it's been great. All right, so we're gonna take minor out. We're gonna take all this out. So this is a G sharp major, and then A sharp.
A sharp major.
Good, and then B diminished seven, like you said. So play for me a G sharp major chord, please. I shouldn't
Set.
hear a fourth note.
Oh, it's not a fourth note. Okay.
Mhm.
These three.
Good. Well, that is a G sharp major. And play the next chord. Good. There you go. With no hesitation, huh?
No hesitation. I was shocked myself. I was like, oh, I just followed my fingers.
Love it. Yes. And you can kind of do that when you're jumping from when you're going to an adjacent note. You don't have to worry about inversions or really anything. Most of the time it'll kind of work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so G sharp to A sharp. Now the next chord is a B diminished seven. So I'm gonna tell you some things. I want you to think about what I'm saying. Feel free to take a note if you need to, but I'm gonna give you sort of the instructions to determine what is a how to determine or how to figure out a diminished chord. Diminished chord. So to play a diminished seven chord, you need to, and then actually have you repeat it to me before you go on your own and figure it out. Just make sure that it's registering properly. To play a diminished chord, you need to, or a diminished seven chord, you need to play the minor seven first, and then you need to flat the seven and flat the five. Let me say it again. In order to play a seven chord, a diminished seven chord, you need to play the minor seven first, and then you need to flat the seven and flat the five. That chord that you end at is the diminished seven. So say that back to me.
You would have to flat the seven chord.
The which seven? Well, you have to
Uh,
play
you have to play the diminished seven.
the
Oh, you have to play the minor seven.
minor seven. Good.
Then you have to flat the seventh chord,
The seventh note.
the seventh note,
Uh-huh.
and um,
Better known as just flat the seven,
flat the seven.
which is the interval, which is your fourth note technically, right? The seven note is a fourth note that you're playing out of those three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And
you flatten the seven, and you're also flatting the
the five.
good. So you're playing the minor seven, and then you're flatting the seven, and you're flatting the five. So go ahead and do that for me, and let's see where you end up at. On B,
On
of
B.
course. B. Uh-huh.
All right. Flat the five. Um, I'm playing D. I mean B.
Mm-hmm.
Um, D sharp,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
F, F sharp, Uh, G sharp.
Okay, let's pause there. What chord is that? What chord do you think that is? You're trying to play the
Yes.
minor seven.
Uh-huh.
So let's start for the minor seven. Let's start with the minor triad. Let's start with the B minor. So just
Okay.
take out that last note and tell me if that's a B minor chord. That a B minor?
This.
I don't think so.
No. B. You said B minor.
Yeah,
That's not.
that indeed, that indeed is a B minor, right? E, E, F sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you play a B minor seven?
I have to add a chord.
Uh-huh. Add a last note, add one more note to that.
A.
Good. Now, that is your B minor seven. Now, what did we say you have to do in order to turn a minor seven to a diminished seven?
You have to flat uh the seventh
Right? And
and turn and flatten the five.
excellent. Do it.
Eh! Okay, flat the seven. A, is it go? Does it go to an A flat or a G flat? Flat the
Well,
seven. I don't know.
you have the seven. You said does it go to a what or a what? An A flat or a
A flat or what should I or A.
well, what does flatting something mean?
What is what?
When you flat something, flat a note, what does that mean?
You have to uh, move your finger to a flat to one of the black
Mm-hmm.
keys.
So, yeah, kind of, but technically, it means you're moving your finger a half step lower.
Or a half step lower.
So, what is a half step lower than A?
A half step lower than the A is a G.
Half step?
A half step.
You did a whole step.
Oh, a whole step. You said from an A,
Right, a half step lower than A would be
G.
that's a whole step. So, can you see my piano?
So, uh-huh.
So, if we're here, this is an A. Half step lower than A is going to get us to A flat.
Oh, it's called an A flat. Okay, I don't know why I want to call it a. Okay,
Uh-huh. Because
I
G
don't know
is
why I
over
want to
here.
call it sharp.
So, the A flat is the same as a G sharp.
Because I keep wanting to go to the left, but it's
The
it's actually
direction. Well,
yeah.
so that key is can be called a G sharp or an A flat because it's technically either of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because it's an A flat because it's to the left of A. It's a G sharp because it's to the right of G. For the sake of what we're doing, if we're on A already, relative to the note we're on, we're gonna identify the note we're going to from that note. So if we're on A, we're gonna call this an A flat.
Okay, A flat.
Okay? So
So instead of a G flat, like I want to call it, I would just call it A flat because it's going to
instead
the
of
left.
a G flat, which you are so you are playing a G flat as well in the original chord, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or an F sharp or G flat, this note here.
Right.
So in this case, you would identify this note. This is kind of getting a little bit technical, but it's still worth understanding, worth knowing. Because like, how do you know like this? This is considered an F sharp because here, I guess the easiest way to explain it is because this F sharp is going to F
Mm-hmm.
when because we remember we said we're flatting both the 7 and the 5.
Right.
So F sharp is going to F, and this A is going to A flat.
Okay.
So that, play that for me. You should be playing 3 white notes, and then the last one should be the black key, which is the A flat.
Oh, I should be playing 3 white notes.
That is a B diminished. So keep that in mind, and I want you to play from G G sharp major to A sharp major, and then to I want those three, right? So that last chord from here, notice how look how the notes that are in the middle, the D and F, are both in the same chords. They're both in the same chords.
Okay.
So let me hear that next.
All right. G sharp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then there you go. Good. And that's where we're at so far. Let's see what the next part of the song is. I'm gonna share the screen again. I wonder if I can let me see something. All right, so right, you did this. There go problems again. Now, after this be diminished, what's after that for the word pen?
The C.
Yep, see what?
C major. No, minor.
C
Minor.
minor, lowercase m.
Lowercase. Minor.
So, right, so we got, now we go to C minor, C minor, back to what we learned already. A sharp major, and then G sharp major. So let's try to get those three in there too. Let me let me hear a B diminished 7 from you, and then transfer to a C minor. Good. Again. Hmm. Good. From the top.
Okay. Oh, oh shoot.
G sharp major. I'm not hearing that. Let me see. Should be just these three.
You said G.
G sharp major. Good. To A sharp. Good.
Oh.
B diminished 7. Good. To C minor. Uh,
Um,
So remember, C sharp is gonna have that. I'm sorry, C minor is gonna have a D sharp in it. That's a diminished. And C sharp is just a triad. You're only gonna play four notes when you see a seven chord, and this is not a seven chord. This is a triad, minor triad.
Okay, so C.
So tell me the notes in a C minor triad.
C.
Yep.
Uh, D sharp.
Yep.
Uh, F sharp.
No.
No. Okay. F. D sharp. F. I forget.
Correct. No, 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 no. Sorry. Tricky. Remember G.
Oh, G.
G is in a
Okay,
C
so
minor and a C major, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try from the top again.
Okay, so let me see. D, C, D, G. Okay. Okay. Um,
Uh,
G. Oh, that don't sound right.
G sharp major. I think you're playing a G sharp minor, perhaps. Good. G sharp to A sharp. Huh?
Oh, wait.
G sharp to A sharp.
Okay, so three, five, two, three, five.
Huh? B diminished seven.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh. How
B
did I?
diminished seven.
How
No,
did I
because you had it
remember
earlier, but I
that?
think you're thinking about that next chord, which is that C minor that we just
Oh,
learned, right? So,
yeah.
yep.
That's this one right here, the one I like.
Right?
Okay,
That
so
weird sounding.
okay, so oh, okay. I gotta remember that
Mm-hmm.
these same chords are in here. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like looking at everything. Okay, so
Yep. Just a triad. So remember, C minor is gonna have a C, D sharp, and a G.
uh, okay,
Good. And what's the next chord?
A flat. I mean A sharp.
D minor to A sharp. You played that already earlier, but that wasn't it. What you just played.
Oh, C, D sharp, G.
So which one are you playing now? The C minor.
Uh huh.
So C minor was just how many notes are in a C minor?
Three.
Correct. And then A sharp.
Then the A sharp.
So A sharp. Let me see how this. A sharp is what you played earlier. So it goes from. So let me actually play it for you so you can kind of hear too how. Let me stop sharing for just a second. Okay, cool. So we started with G sharp. And then that's where we're at. But then from here it goes. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to get just to from C minor. Look at what happens from C minor. You're just going back to the first two chords that started the song, which are
Oh, okay.
G sharp and A sharp, but you're changing the order. You're going A sharp to G sharp. So you're going C minor,
So you're going backwards.
going backwards, and you just listen to what's happening there. You're just descending on the keyboard. You're going from a C chord to an A chord, which is A flat, but you know, A sharp rather. So which is kind of a B flat, right? So you're just descending. You're just going bum bum bum, and you're not using the same exact fingering because you're using 1 3 5 here, and then I would go 1 2. Oh no. Oh, let me see. No, for me, I'm more comfortable with 1 2 3 for those black note G sharp and A sharps. But
Mm-hmm.
you might be more comfortable with something different. So feel whatever feels right for you. If like that doesn't feel right for me at all. Maybe maybe that if you want 1 3 5, but for me that just feels right, right? So I'm gonna play that way, and then same here. So let's start from the top again. Let me hear how that's sounding. I'm gonna screen share again so we can see the chords. Um, okay, there we go.
Okay, so
Good, good.
okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, there you go. So
That's good. This is sounding good. I'm hearing what I want to hear. I want to hear that again one more time from the top because I want to hear that transition from B diminished 7 over to C minor, and I want to see if that is that transition, like where you're at with that.
okay, let me let's see.
Good, good. B diminished 7. B diminished 7. Mm-mm. Remember what that looks like? The fingering. Here, let me show you. Remember, it should sound and look like this.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah, yeah. All right, okay. Let me start all over again.
Okay, cool, cool.
Okay, okay.
Good. minor. That's a C major.
Oh,
Good. That's a C minor. Then A sharp major.
okay. So
Good. The G sharp major. Good. Now, what's after G sharp major over the word come? Come to life?
uh, come to life. I'm looking for that. I see another life. Come to
In the
okay.
middle.
G major.
G,
I mean minor.
G minor. So you're at G sharp.
Mhm.
Now you need to go to. I want you to try to tell me, play for me what a G minor is going to be. That's where we're going. Ah, there you go. Good. G sharp. Read me those notes.
G, B, and D.
I thought I heard it correctly, but those notes that you read were slightly off.
Oh,
That needs to be flat in there.
it needs to be a B flat.
That's right.
This one.
Yep. So we should go from G sharp major, G minor, the A sharp major. Good. And then what's after the A sharp major? The B diminished seven again comes. Good. And then C minor. And then A sharp slash D, which is still A sharp, but your left hand is going to bring in D. Good. Good. And let's see what's next. We're almost there. Just two more chords. So we have A sharp over D, and then we have, let's see, so and then D sharp. So let's see. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, we're here we're here, and let me actually. So A sharp over D to D sharp to G. Let me go over here so we can maybe see full. Make sure you can see full screen. Can you see my piano clearly?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do A sharp over D. The next chord is D sharp major. D sharp major. And what you may know from previous lessons is that sometimes we need to incorporate inversions. And this is the time where we want to do that so that we don't have to jump. Like basically, if you're here, if you're at A sharp, if you want to play a D sharp major without inversions, you would have to do this. You don't want to
Mm.
jump all the way over there. You
Okay.
want to go and you want to change your last two notes to this. So this is A sharp major. This is D sharp major. So the way the last part will sound is kind of like this. Again, uh, and that G sharp is again the start of the
The
beginning
song.
again, right? So bringing it all together, it'll kind of sound like this. And then and then it just kind of continues. It's not as long of a hesitation there, but I just kind of embellished on it a little bit. But that's how that goes. Now, my friend, it is your turn. But but I'm gonna you start laughing. I'm gonna share the screen so I can look at so we can look at the notes and the chords as you're playing through. All right.
Mhm.
So
Oh.
huh?
Uh-oh, he said, huh?
Mm-mm. That means no 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 no.
I know, right? I missed that one right there. Okay, so let me start over. So,
Uh-huh.
uh, mm, 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 then we go back to
A sharp to
the
G sharp. Wait, I think you went to the minor part already, but I think it's gonna be A sharp, down again. This
oh, I
and then
missed
from
one.
here. Okay, so let's start with Auntie shut down again. So Auntie shut down again. Did she finally come to life? Never wish you had another life. Never wish you had another life. Right? And then the last part that we just worked on.
Okay, so um,
Huh? Mm.
okay. Oh, it's down. Okay. That was
E minor?
that's the C minor. Then we go back to the A.
Well, so you're at B diminished seven. Oh, no, I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm at
You're
the
at E minor.
C.
Right. Then you go back to A sharp. Yes. Yep. To G sharp. Good. To G minor.
Okay, that's then a minor.
Minor. Are you playing the black key in the middle? The B flat. Good. Minor to A sharp. Good. And then diminished. C minor. And then the other hand comes in. The A sharp.
Oh,
Yeah. To D sharp. And the D sharp is gonna be these notes here. So you got A sharp, D sharp, and G.
A sharp, D sharp, and G.
I'm sorry if I said wait, D sharp. Yeah, that's right. A sharp, D sharp, and G. Yeah, for D sharp.
A sharp, D sharp, and E. Oh,
G.
G.
Yep. And then you're back to your original. That's it. Do it again. Keep going. Yep. Yep.
Uh-oh, I got happy.
You were feeling yourself. You were like, oh,
I was feeling myself. Oh, snap.
oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so
Good. Mm-hmm.
um,
Ah, wait. Let me see. C minor. So C minor, A sharp, G sharp, and then minor.
what am I going to?
So after the G sharp, you're going to G minor.
Oh,
You got the B flat in there. A sharp, and then B diminished 7. C minor, and then the other part. And then that's when the singing or faster part of the song goes. So that's pretty good. We got through that whole thing there, which is pretty awesome. So I want you to continue practicing this. Let's see if you can play that one more time for me. I'm gonna give you like, I don't know, 3 minutes or so to practice it, and then you're gonna have a makeshift recital and you're gonna play it for me.
okay. Wait, before I do, because okay, the last dun, dun, dun. Okay, so what are those notes?
Yeah. So we have a same with A sharp.
So so it's the same, but I have to just play the. I have to play these. Oh, I have to play.
Add the D to it. Yep.
Uh,
And then we have an A sharp, a D sharp, and a G.
A sharp. Oh,
Good. And then back to your original. Yeah, that's it. Do that again for me. Make sure you got that.
so you said okay. So it's this, and then A sharp, D, and G. Is that what you said? I don't know why it sounds weird.
Oh, what notes are you playing there?
A sharp, D, and
C sharp,
it's supposed to be a C sharp,
D sharp.
D sharp. Oh,
Yeah, and then back to the first part, the first chord.
okay. Ooh. All right.
There you go. There you go. You got this.
okay, let's see.
B diminished.
Uh-oh. See. Okay, don't tell me. Hold on.
Sure.
Because I like this B part because I could just slide right into the notes.
Yes.
So I don't even know why I didn't remember that. Okay.
Right. It should be a smooth transition there for
It's a
sure.
smooth transition.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
so that part is just knowing the song, you would know how fast, but it's good. It's that part there, it happens a little faster, so it goes bum bum bum. So that one in the middle of the measure. So let me show you what
Okay.
that would
So
sound like.
so it's like that. That.
Yes, and then bum bum. So mid measure again. So yeah, so it goes bum bum bum, and then mid measure, right?
Okay. Okay. So after, is it going back to A again after the G?
Well, where do you want to pick up at?
Okay. Okay. I'll pick up here first. The C.
C minor.
Okay. So. Uh-oh. So.
There you go. Bum.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
go back.
So, but
Look.
you see where that's supposed to happen, at, right?
Uh-huh.
Bum.
Okay, I gotta get my fingers right.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Uh huh. But that's the timing. Bum 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 bum. Boom. G minor. Minor, not major.
Oh.
Good. Major, A sharp. Diminish.
Uh, okay. Okay, hold on. Um,
That sounded good. That sounded good. It's one of these things where I want to see. Whoops! I want to see you continue practicing. Um, and this was, I mean, to be able to get through all these chords in one lesson. I mean, we were able to, kind of go at your pace. You know what I'm saying? To kind of work through it methodically, which oftentimes is the best way to kind of go
mm,
through any song to make sure that it makes sense. So, like for me, next time when you're continuing to practice this, throughout the week, I know that when you're playing this chord here,
mm-hmm,
I know that your transition down to this, because I've heard it improve throughout the whole lesson. Because
mm-hmm.
you know that transition, as you
Cause
mentioned
it's so
earlier,
smooth. It's like
is very,
only pick up like the G.
yeah. You're just adding that one extra note in there, and then your other fingers kind of just there ready.
Okay. So can you put that screen up again? I'm gonna take a screenshot of it.
Of course, yeah, for sure.
So that I
I'll
could, cause
also,
we're on vacation this week, so I can do some practicing.
oh, fire. Where are you guys going?
Nowhere. We'll be right here.
Taking the time off. Oh, awesome. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Staycation, they call it, right?
Yeah, a staycation.
That's dope.
Well, actually, it was a forced staycation because
Of course.
yeah, because my fleet manager, he was like, "Look, I'm going on vacation, and I don't trust them uh, uh, planning you guys loads because I don't know where you're gonna be when I come back. so
I
I
gotcha.
I would like for you guys to go on vacation same time I do.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's not an option. You guys
It's
have
not
to
an
go.
option.
Thank you
He's,
very
he's
much.
like, yeah. Because we were like, because he said, other than that, they're gonna have you guys on Monday sitting there at the terminal
Yeah,
doing nothing. I'm like, I'm not sitting at no terminal. I can sit at home.
right, right. That doesn't make any sense, right?
No, it doesn't. So, so we're on. That's what we are now.
Well, good for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the time off and look forward to continuing next week, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.
All right. See you later.